You're a fucking bitch, man.
The f***? Did you hear that? I'm running. Okay, I'm done.
Kevin and Jamie, the creators of the Don't Blink Paranormal channel, focus their content on using the Randonautica app to generate random coordinates and explore mysterious locations. Their passion for the unknown and discovering new places drives their adventures. This time, the app led them to a location that, upon arrival, turned out to be a graveyard. Parking their car in a nearby lot, they continued the investigation on foot. Almost immediately, they began hearing strange noises coming from the woods. At first, they brushed it off, assuming it was just animals, but things were about to get much weirder.
Appreciate that. So now I need to go.
Yeah, Leo's been waiting for a while.
Well, thank you. All right, let's go up.
What was that? Kind of like feathers.
There's people screaming.
Yeah, I do hear people screaming.
Okay.
As they reached the graveyard and stepped through the gate, the noises grew louder. Something was out there.
Oh, Pop. What is that?
I don't know.
That was a lot of noise in there.
Who's here with us right now? Hello? What?
I don't know what that.
What the fuck is it? That.
What are you doing?
Babe. That. What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Is that something eating something?
What?
I don't know.
It's not on us.
The screams they heard sounded like a pack of coyotes, yet at the same time, it was eerily similar to the sound of coyotes attacking a human, like someone screaming in distress. It was hard to tell what was really happening, but the unsettling feeling kept growing. Eventually, they decided to leave, realizing they didn't feel safe there anymore. Using the app again, they generated a new location, but this one wouldn't be normal either.
You? Okay. I'm okay with that. Babe?
What? What?
There's a doll.
What?
Behind you. Bam.
Where?
Right there. Is that a doll? What is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's in the tree.
Oh, okay. I see it.
What is that?
Better not be a doll.
It's a f***ing doll. That ain't a doll. That's not a doll.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
I don't know.
What?
What is it?
I have no idea what that is. It's a weird looking thing though.
We'll move.
Looks like freaking Jar Jar Binks off Star Wars. Wait, what is that?
What is it?
It's holding something.
What is it on? Oh, hell no.
Randonautica is known for generating random, ordinary locations, places that seem far from creepy, but every once in a while, it sends people somewhere that feels unnervingly dangerous. And then, there are the strange things people do, hanging dolls from trees, leaving eerie objects behind, or setting up scenes that look like they're straight out of a horror movie. It makes you wonder, why do people do things like that? Sometimes it's not the places that are scary, it's the people. We're on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and to thank you for being part of this horror-loving community, we're giving away a special gift once we hit that milestone. If you haven't already, subscribe now, turn on notifications, and stay tuned, because things are about to get even scarier. This next clip comes from the YouTube channel Dee's Dark Adventures, where Dee explores mysterious and rumored places, hoping to uncover the truth behind eerie occurrences and capture proof of the unknown on camera. In this video, Dee shares a chilling experience she had while walking with her dogs in the forest near her vacation bungalow in Ohio. Initially, Dee had no plans to create any content during her holiday, but what she encountered was so unsettling that she couldn't help but record it. It's June 29th, 2024. Dee is enjoying her holiday and, taking advantage of the good weather, decides to go on a little adventure walk with her two dogs. But as she ventures deeper into the woods, her dogs suddenly start acting strange, sensing something unusual in the air.
Calm yourself, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. Come here. My dogs won't harm you, they're just really excited. Stay close. What's that? Hello? Hi, I just heard a footstep. Maybe a branch fell or something, I don't know. Hello?
Not sure what her dogs are reacting to, Dee calls out a few times, but there's no response. Trying to brush off her growing discomfort, she cautiously continues walking, keeping a close eye on her surroundings. But with each step, the feeling of unease grows stronger. The strange behavior of her dogs only adds to her anxiety, as they seem more alert and unsettled than usual. Dee begins to feel like something isn't right, but she can't quite put her finger on what it is.
Don't you do it. What you got? No. Leave it. I said leave it. Come here. Samara. Samara. Come. Here. Good girl. Good job. Let's get a treat. Good. You did good job. You did good job. Yeah, let me get you one. I don't see a deer over there or anything. What'd you see, huh? You can't go chasing after them, okay? Or knock. Maybe it's the knock. Get off me. Maybe it's the knocks. No, it's coming from in there. I haven't seen any around like 5 minutes. I'm hoping. I keep hearing but it's not like that. It's 2 steps. They haven't latched onto anything at the moment, so she's just walking around. So maybe we'll just keep moving.
No matter how hard she tries, she can't shake the overwhelming feeling of being watched. Strange sounds, rustling leaves, distant twigs snapping, keep emerging from the woods around her, fueling her unease. Hesitating for a moment, she considers heading back toward the exit, but then decides against it, hoping she's just overthinking things and that it's all in her head. But as she continues her walk, the eerie sounds persist, growing louder and more distinct, confirming that whatever is happening out here is far from ordinary.
Oh, see? Mara. Do you not like my toy? Girls, stay close. Mia, I don't know where you're going. You never go that far. Stay close. Hello? My dogs won't harm you. There was the rock clacking. Clack, 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 clack. I'm gonna find my way to the trail. I'm getting out. Come on, girls, stay close to me. Come on. Good girl. Good girls. Someone's walking right there.
Heading back toward the trail to feel safer, Dee still can't shake the unsettling feeling. She continues to hear strange noises and sees shadowy movements just beyond her line of sight. With every step, her discomfort grows, and the quiet rustling in the trees only adds to her anxiety. Creeped out and now more certain something isn't right, Dee finally decides to head toward the exit. But as she walks back, she notices something disturbing.
I can't get to zoom in any more than that, dang it. I see eyes. This is silver. Come. All right, Mom, you got your water puddle, honey. Right there. I don't know if you can see that little plot, but it goes in there. There's a pond there. And then, oh, we got a stork. Girls, come. No, Samara, leave the bird alone. She's a water dog. Come on. Oh, you guys are kicking up some stank. Oh, God, you got to get in my truck. Get my truck.
Dee claimed that, when reviewing her footage, she noticed figures standing among the trees. But was it really some strange creatures, or just a trick of the eye? Unaware of what she had actually captured on camera, Dee continued walking cautiously back to her car, eventually making it out of the forest safely. After uploading the video to her YouTube channel, viewers began speculating about what she had seen and heard on her walk. Some believed it was all in her head, while others suggested it could have been some kind of creature, perhaps Bigfoot or something resembling Chewbacca lurking behind the dense trees. The mystery remains unsolved, leaving us all to wonder, what was really out there? This is William, the creator behind Trustdale TV, where he shares his travel and wild camping adventures. In this clip, he takes us along on his solo trip into Ballblay Forest in Northern Ireland, a place known as one of the most haunted forests in the UK, with centuries-old tales of mysterious disappearances and sinister happenings. It's November 2nd, 2023. As William approaches the forest, a creeping sense of dread sets in, fueled by its dark history. But eager for adventure, he presses on, determined to find a spot to camp.
Right. It's not ideal, but I'm in a dome tent, so I can really throw it anywhere. I think I'm going to throw my tent just here. We are a lot further back off the road, so we can't be seen as easy, but we can still hear the car noise with a bit of a pain, but I think it's the only option we've got. That's camp set up. Let's give you a look around. So we'll start on the outside. This is going to be the cooking area. Keeping it simple tonight. Just got some pasta and tuna. And this same old MRE I've been carrying around now for the past year. I have brought a wood burning stove, but I'll probably just use the gas for handiness. And we're using our new little tent, our little Sports Direct special, $26.99. Far better colour than the Little's tent, but single skinned.
After finishing his meal, William tidies up his tent, preparing a place to sleep.
That's us in our little home for tonight. Now, as usual, this place is complete chaos. Stuff everywhere.
Just as he begins to feel more at ease, the night takes a sudden, terrifying turn.
Why not? We're on our holidays after all. Cheers, folks.
An eerie sound echoes right next to his tent. He freezes, turns off his light, and listens, hoping the noise will fade away. Instead, it grows closer.
Someone there? Someone there?
Calling out, he tries to make contact with whoever, or whatever, might be lurking outside. Hearing no response, he gathers his courage and steps out to investigate.
So that was not that sound. I did see chemtrails earlier on. What's the biggest game you get for you? We don't get big game. Well, it was definitely a thump. Right? Guess it's turning the Blair Witch Project, that shit.
Peering into the pitch-black forest, he sees nothing that could explain the sounds. Uneasy, he retreats to the safety of his tent, trying to reassure himself that it's nothing dangerous. But the terror isn't over yet.
Right, I'm gonna turn these off for a minute or two. The f***? Did you hear that? Did you f***ing hear that? The f***? My heart's going off, who's out there?
Suddenly, a slapping sound strikes his tent. His heart pounds as he calls out again, but the silence around him remains unbroken, only deepening his fear.
Right, we have to investigate this shit. I can't sleep in here with this shit. I can get myself worked out.
Minutes pass in tense silence, with only the ominous stillness of the woods surrounding him. William realizes he has no choice but to investigate once more. He knows he won't be able to sleep until he uncovers what's lurking outside. Stepping out again, he searches for an explanation, but finds nothing. The sounds that rattled him remain a mystery, leaving him with more questions than answers. Feeling unsettled and bewildered, he returns to his tent. The forest falls silent, but despite the quiet, William is too shaken to sleep. His instincts scream that staying any longer isn't an option. Making a swift decision, he begins packing up.
I think that's good, isn't it? Let's get out of here. Just need to navigate our way back to the trail. And once we're on the trail, we don't have too far to go. We're back at the car.
Fortunately, William makes it out of Bowbly Forest unharmed, but he leaves behind a chilling mystery. Was it something paranormal, or was someone deliberately trying to scare him away? Either way, one thing is certain. This is a place he doesn't plan to revisit after dark. If you ever consider a solo night in a haunted forest, think twice. Because in a place like this, danger always feels closer than safety. Lucas Brunel, a well-known YouTuber recognized for his incredible biking trails and scenic routes through nature, is a cycling enthusiast who loves capturing his adventures on camera and sharing them with his viewers. However, one fateful day, his biking trip took a dark and unexpected turn, one that left his viewers puzzled and his nephew Kevin deeply unsettled. It was September 3rd, 2021, a chilly day, but nothing that could deter Lucas from a packed outdoor itinerary. Joined by his nephew Kevin, Lucas planned to bike through nature, enjoy the stunning cliffs, and even take a dip in the icy waters.
Amazing staying at my parents and riding around Martha's Vineyard, and we're gonna venture out because today is Kevin's last day here. See the cliffs and some paths and some cold water swimming on a very clean beach, cleanest on the East Coast probably, up at Aquina. And we're gonna do some bush camping after that, and then in the morning we're gonna do some rock diving at another beach. So anyway,
Yeah, it's gonna be a cold ass night. I'm already kind of cold right now, but apparently tonight it's gonna be like 60 degrees or something. So yeah.
yeah, cold, yeah, but we're used to those temperatures and camping and all kinds of weird stuff. So anyway,
with fresh energy and high spirits, Lucas logged in with his viewers, sharing his excitement for the day. The duo biked for nearly 5 hours through serene landscapes, soaking in the beauty of nature. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the peaceful day gave way to night, they reached the edge of a dense forest.
all right. I think around here is a good place to actually set up camp.
Here?
Yeah, because it's flat and it's pretty good because actually right now, oh man, we're at the top of a hill, but we're, hold on a sec. It took us a hell of a long time to get to where we want to set up camp. As you can see, it's just after sunset, so we actually planned on getting here earlier, but anyways, swimming and some really nice roads and whatnot kind of got in the way of that. So, but yeah, we are definitely tired and we're going to set up camp. This is an ideal space because you can't really see it, but we are on the top of a hill, and we're guarded by another hill that's even higher, and so this is a really great space. So anyway, I'm really glad we made it. So we're going to
By the time they arrived at the forest, darkness had already fallen. The two struggled to set up their tent in the dim light, their surroundings becoming increasingly shadowy and unsettling. When the tent was finally ready, Lucas came up with an idea. Why not take a short hike through the forest to the top of a nearby hill? From there, they could enjoy a breathtaking view of the city lights below. But Kevin wasn't thrilled. Exhausted from the intense day, he protested, preferring to rest. Unfortunately for Kevin, Lucas convinced him to go.
What?
It felt like a challenge. My legs would work.
This is a workout for you? Okay.
Right now,
Fucking.
with the miles you did, yeah. But it's not the miles, it's the intensity.
Mm-hmm. Oh, motherfucker.
Got that, yeah.
I have no clue how you didn't get hypothermia today.
Well, you know, I did ride afterwards. That was the thing.
Shit, wait, hold on.
With only the light of their flashlights cutting through the pitch-black forest, they trekked uphill, searching for the perfect lookout spot. However, before they could reach the top, they stumbled upon something they weren't prepared for.
That's after you let us some sardines, young man. Anyway, we could find some dry firewood. That would be kind of nice.
Yeah. Wonder what your parents must think of you doing all this crazy shit. Dude, you're fucking with me. Alright. Alright. I am not fucking camping anymore. Dude, alright, dude. I know I said fuck with the satanic shit, but it's a fucking joke. I'm not fucking serious, man. Dude, I don't want to fucking camp. I don't want to fucking camp anymore.
Yeah, but there's nothing. We can camp.
Dude.
This doesn't have to, like. We can camp fine. There's nothing out here to get you.
Yeah, then what the fuck was that noise, huh?
Just take a look.
Dude, you need to calm your fucking tits. I know this is my last fucking night.
How about take it down a notch?
Dude.
And we enjoy the night, you know?
Yeah, enjoy the fucking night with...
You know what? Hey. Oh.
Dude, Lucas. Alright, yo, chill. You're joking, right? You're joking.
No. Oh, just chill. Just take it down a notch. There's nothing out here, like, to get you.
You're a fucking bitch, man. Dude, you're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking asshole.
Lying on the ground before them was a chilling scene, a ritual setup complete with symbols and items that immediately struck a nerve. Kevin, visibly shaken, began to panic. "I'm not into this kind of dark stuff," he told Lucas, clearly unnerved. Lucas, on the other hand, tried to remain calm, brushing off Kevin's fears. What happened next isn't entirely clear. Kevin, furious and frightened, decided he'd had enough. He stormed out of the forest, heading home and leaving Lucas behind. Was he angry at Lucas for not taking the situation seriously? Or was there something else going on between the two? To this day, no update has been provided about how that night ended for Lucas and Kevin. This begs the question, what really happened that night? Was it possible that Lucas lured Kevin into the forest on purpose with some sinister plan in mind? Could their earlier conversations have hinted at something darker that Lucas wanted to show Kevin? Or was Lucas just as shocked as Kevin, but chose to downplay it to avoid escalating the situation? The truth remains a mystery. Mox, known for his fearless explorations of the most haunted locations across the UK, shares his passion for the unknown through his YouTube channel, Moxley's Paranormal World. Delving into the thin veil between the living and the dead, he ventures into abandoned hospitals, eerie, desolate forests, and other terrifying locations. Nothing is too daunting for him. In this video, Mox and his friend Ming embark on an overnight adventure to explore an abandoned mansion hidden deep in the woods. This location carries a chilling reputation. Locals whisper about unsettling encounters, voices in the dark, and the lingering spirit of a woman who is said to have died there long ago. With all the haunting stories surrounding this place, the two friends couldn't resist the opportunity to find the mansion and hopefully capture some compelling footage. It's May 24th, 2024. Mox and Ming set off in search of the mansion, with night already having fallen. Excitement fills the air as they eagerly anticipate what they might encounter. Armed with their cameras, they begin documenting their journey. However, as they venture deeper into the forest, an unsettling feeling creeps over them.
This is a bit of a weird start to a video for me. So me and Ming, we've come out to check out this old mansion that's hidden out here in the middle of the woods. So we're walking through the woodland to get to it, and we're hearing all sorts of weird stuff. We're almost like, feel like we're being followed around this place. And we've heard somebody cough. We've heard some other weird, I can't put my finger on it, but we both feel the exact same way, like we shouldn't be here. I don't know what to say. It just feels off. Something here feels so off.
something feels off. The atmosphere shifts drastically, and a sense of being followed lingers around them. Despite the creeping unease, they push forward, determined not to let their nerves get the best of them. As they cautiously continue their search, they stumble upon something unexpected. Hidden beneath the thick canopy of trees lies a cluster of old, forgotten tombstones.
We heard a man cough.
Yeah.
I heard
that's
it,
what
you
it
heard
sounded
it.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're hearing weird stuff out here.
I agree.
And then we come across this little graveyard behind us.
A chill runs down their spines as they take in the eerie silence surrounding the graves, which only amplifies their discomfort. They take a moment to process what they've just walked into, trying to shake off the growing dread before continuing their journey. But the deeper they go, the harder it becomes to find the mansion.
Wrong turn, I don't know.
I've no idea what we've been going for.
But we've got no signal, so we can't check Google Maps now. So we've got zero signal. We can only follow the path that we're on and hope for the best. But
Well, they can tell there's a way out because we can hear cars. So
well, yeah. So if anything, you just follow the road traffic. Just follow the road traffic, and that'll take us somewhere. To be walking since 11 o'clock, and it's 1:05 now. Did you say?
no, 5 to 1.
5 to 1.
Yeah.
It's a long time of walking and not actually getting anywhere. I don't like it. This doesn't. Yeah, it's steep. This, mate.
Better.
This
Right.
this doesn't feel right whatsoever.
Time drags on, and Mox and Ming are still struggling to locate the mansion. With no clear path and their surroundings feeling increasingly disorienting, frustration begins to set in. Their initial excitement starts to fade, replaced by a lingering sense of unease. They begin to question whether they should turn back, but their determination outweighs their doubt. However, neither of them realizes that the true horror of the night is only just beginning.
There is. There's a hell of a lot of animals. Somebody coughed then, didn't they?
Yeah. I know what.
Hello? Somebody's walking through here, mate. Somebody's walking through there.
We've got to be doing
Is there someone there? Mate, you remember where we parked the car from here?
I haven't. What the hell was that?
Something just made the bird. That was like a big doof. Did you hear it though? Please tell me you heard it.
I heard it. That's why I said, what the hell was that? And to answer your question, I haven't got a frigging clue where the car is. But we come across
But the main one was the mansion.
the mansion itself, yeah.
And we don't even know where it is from here. We've got no clue whatsoever.
We're getting bit to death out here.
There was something that was supposed to be coming out, checking out. Somebody laughing at us. Some fucker laughing at us. You heard the talking and then you heard somebody laughing. Right, let's get out of here, mate.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's start making our way out, record everything. Heard somebody talking, then I heard the laughing. Now we're hearing dogs, and we have no clue where we're going.
Unsettling sounds and distant footsteps make them feel as if someone is lurking just beyond their vision. Without GPS and no sense of direction, they find themselves feeling more vulnerable than ever. But their curiosity and the desire to finally reach the mansion keep them moving forward.
Right, I say we just keep going this way.
Straight through?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got to go somewhere, haven't we?
I'm more worried because somebody was there then. Somebody was 100% down there.
The thing is, we can't see them.
No.
But, I mean, look at all the camouflage that we've got. If there is somebody there, I mean, they could just duck down behind it all.
Of course they could, of course they could. And to add to everything else, my torch has died. So now, all I've got is a look of Ernie's torch.
Oh, mine ain't on much, mine's only on 40% now.
Good thing is I've still got this light.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going into view.
I'm not sure you can see that, folks, but now you might be able to.
Is that a tower?
It looks like a tower to me,
Put your
but
light back on it there.
I'm trying.
Yeah, that's definitely a tower.
I can't.
And we've definitely got a gate here. Private property. Oh my, we have to turn around again.
For God's sake. Private property monitored by CCTV, mate. We can't turn around.
After a long, intense trek, they finally arrive at the mansion, but to their surprise, the gate is locked. The sight of warning signs suggests that the building isn't as abandoned as they initially believed. They pause, debating whether to turn back or proceed with their plan. But after everything they have endured to get here, they refuse to leave just yet. Risking the consequences, they find a gap in the fence and slip onto the property, hoping that the warnings are outdated.
Out there, is there?
There's a gap.
Right, well,
Let's see.
let's go through it and let's find out.
Well, the gates haven't been used for a long time earlier. I'll be honest with you.
Shame on the middle line, so.
Ernie, look at this. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Is this the mansion? That looks like a church to me.
That looks like a church.
Oh. Ming, look at this.
Oh my God.
Look at this, it's like a bleeding castle.
It's absolutely amazing, that.
It is. Oh my God.
The two friends cautiously explore its perimeter, searching for a way inside without causing any damage. Just as their excitement builds, a chilling discovery dawns on them.
Yeah,
I'm still getting that feeling.
same.
That we shouldn't be here.
Mate, what is this?
Your nose is running as well.
I don't know if you'll be able to see, but look at this. Wow. Grand piano, everything in there. Just bring it down there then.
Yeah.
There's another building. It's got lights on right next to this. And there's two people just looked out the window.
Right.
And they've got dogs with them. Right?
Yeah.
And they've just looked, pointed at me. I
Right.
looked over.
Okay.
And it's like, I need to record this.
Right.
I was just checking to see if there was a way into this, because it's marvellous, this place.
It is.
But
It's huge.
there's some people
But you know
just
what?
around there.
If
Let me
that's
just
the
show you
case-
real quick.
Right.
Look, just here. Look at that. There's a building all lit up.
Oh, yeah.
And just, I got here, and I just looked in here. I was just trying to show you. They've gone. They're not in the window now, mate.
Right. So they've been in there.
Yeah, they were in that window right in front.
This discovery leaves them with no choice but to abandon their plan to stay the night. as the risk of someone calling the police on them is now too high. However, after their long and exhausting journey to find this mansion, they couldn't resist taking one final look at the unexplored side of the estate before making their way out.
Whilst we're in it, just going to carry on looking. Oh, fucking hell! Jesus Christ! I thought somebody was literally stood there.
The statue.
I literally just almost had a heart attack. Oh, I thought somebody was literally just stood there watching me. Ming?
Yes, mate.
I was just coming over to check this cannon out here.
The what? Cannon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it there. That's all cannon.
Shotgun shot. Yeah, somebody's looking out that window again there, mate. God damn it, somebody looking out the window. Oh, they're not over there. Look at all the shotgun shells. There's hundreds and hundreds of them. Right, listen to this.
Go on.
Down there.
Yeah.
Big tub.
Yeah.
A plant pot
Right.
full of shotgun shells. Absolutely full of shotgun
We
shells.
need to make our way
We
out.
could get in, but I think it could be a little bit too risky.
Yeah.
Right, we've just had to hightail it into the woods over there. There's people come out over there shouting all this weird stuff. Couldn't even understand what they're saying. The only thing I could understand is we're going to let the dogs out. And it's like, what? So we just run across the field and we've just sat in here for 5 minutes, but now you can hear them shouting and screaming. I don't even know what they're saying.
I have no idea what
They're making some weird noises.
Yeah. I've not a clue what they're saying,
But I'm sure they said, get off the land.
Effing land.
Then
get them.
we'll let the dogs out and all this.
Yeah.
So
Well-
we've come into the
We're back in the woods.
we've come in the woods. We've sat in the woods for a few minutes just to
Hang on.
try and gather
What's that
ourselves.
sign?
And then it's like
What's that sign?
they're shouting again, but not shouting anything in particular. What do you mean? What sign? Where?
Come over this way a bit. You might be able to see it.
The sign in the tree.
Dogs loose, keep out.
Oh, you are joking me.
Oh, look, I can see it.
Dogs loose, keep out.
Oh, I know one thing. I'm so glad we haven't come across any digging dogs.
Well,
Anyway.
This was the final straw for Mox and Ming. They needed to get out, and fast. With no clear idea of where their car was, they relied on instinct, putting as much distance between themselves and the mansion as possible. After a long and exhausting hike through the dark forest, they followed the distant hum of passing cars, hoping it would lead them back to civilization. Eventually, they emerged from the dense woods, relieved to finally see signs of normal life again. With their GPS back in working order, they managed to navigate their way to the car, though with a slight detour. Even though this adventure didn't go as planned, one thing is certain. This was a night they will never forget. Nomad Unknown is a channel run by a woman who shares her adventures traveling the country, living in her car, and camping in different locations. Her content is raw and engaging, offering an authentic look into her lifestyle. However, camping in unfamiliar places isn't always smooth sailing. Sometimes unexpected and unsettling encounters happen. In this video, she sets out for a simple overnight camp deep in the south. But what she experiences would make anyone in her position feel uneasy.
Getting out, started on the trail now. It's pretty quiet out here. It's lovely with the birds singing, and every now and then the wind comes through. When I was still getting ready at the trailhead, I encountered 3 young men who are out backpacking on this trail as well, and they let me know that a couple of them had done this trail before. This trail I'm out here hiking is in the Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana, and it's called the Wild Azalea Trail, and it's arguably the best trail in Louisiana. So, pretty excited. It should also be the season for azaleas. So hopefully we'll get to see some beautiful azaleas in bloom and just restore my mental health.
She finally found a spot she liked and decided to set up camp. As she was checking out the surroundings, she spotted a man, someone she had already seen 4 times while walking the trail to her campsite. That's when it hit her. Was he following her? But wait, it gets even creepier.
You ever just come across somebody and the energy is just off? That is what's been happening to me a little bit today. I'm about 3 miles in and I found this spot that I would really love to camp. But just as I was getting here, I saw somebody that I've seen twice already today. The first time I saw him, he only had a water bottle in his hand, no backpack or anything. And I saw him at the trailhead where I parked my car as I was still pulling things out of my car. And at that point, as soon as he saw me, he sort of turned around and headed back onto the trail. I've seen him 4 times, I just realized. And then I saw him as I was hiking. I had started with my pack up the trail, and he came from behind me, still with just the water bottle. And I didn't hear him at first, but it kind of startled me a little bit. So I moved over to let him go past, and that time was the first time I said, "Oh, hello." And he just said, "Hi." The next time I saw him, he was at a crossroads, and it looked like he was loading things into his car to leave. But I guess he was pulling a backpack out, because even though I didn't say anything to him at that point, I literally just got across this bridge that's behind me, and it was filming some of the wild azaleas. And there he came from behind me again, this time with the backpack on, like an overnight backpack. And I said, "Oh, hello again." I might have even filmed that, although I didn't film him. And again, he just said, "Hi." There's nothing concrete that's wrong with any of that.
After this, she spotted another campsite close by that felt much more secure and hidden. It seemed like a much better option, so she considered moving there. But here's where things took a turn. She saw something that made her realize she wasn't imagining things. She was being followed.
Yeah, that I was looking across at. You see, there's the bridge, you can see that. And then the backpack's right there. I was thinking I was going to camp over there. But I looked over and I saw this area here, the clearing. And I thought, you know what, that's a bit more hidden from trail. I might feel more comfortable and secure over there. So I came over. Why is there a trail cam pointing to that campsite? I don't really know how those things work. Maybe it's not visible on the camera, but like, what else is it pointing at? Like, here's the trail cam. What is it pointing at? Putting my camera right behind. My backpack is right there. That's where I was going to camp. Like, that's an established campsite. Looks like this one is too. But what the heck is going on here? First, weird energy. Second, a trail cam pointed at a campsite? Oh, I think 1 strike, 2 strike. I gotta get out of here before 3 strikes and I'm out.
The man she saw earlier, could it be possible that he set it up while she was filming the wilderness? I mean, it was pointed directly at the spot where she planned to camp. Maybe he was watching, saw her backpack there, and decided to place the camera. I don't know for sure, but just thinking about it is seriously creepy. This was her clear sign to leave. Seeing that man 4 times was already unsettling, but now finding this? Yeah, she definitely made the right decision. A woman alone in the woods, unarmed, with a stranger tracking her movements. That's not just unsettling, that's straight up dangerous. This is Chris, the beloved and popular YouTuber you might know from his channel, Herbeck's Hill. If you've been following for a while, you've likely seen him featured before. Chris is a true thrill seeker, not easily scared. For over a decade, he's captivated viewers with his videos exploring abandoned buildings. Most of these locations are based in Cleveland, a city not exactly known for its safety, so Chris often encounters intense and unpredictable situations. Today is no exception, as his limits will be put to the test. It's August 15th, 2022, a warm, sunny day as Chris sets out on another adventure. This time, he's heading into East Cleveland. For those unfamiliar, a large portion of East Cleveland is abandoned, creating spaces that have sadly become hubs for crime and other dangerous activities. It's not a place many would choose to explore, but Chris isn't one to shy away from danger.
Police chasing somebody.
As Chris begins his video, the sound of police sirens echoes in the distance, a stark reminder that Cleveland, especially East Cleveland, is far from a safe place. But for Chris, this is just another day. He doesn't seem too worried and calmly enters the first abandoned building, ready to explore.
Anybody could be in here.
Knowing the dangers of venturing into such areas, Chris proceeds cautiously, slowly checking every room. His movements are deliberate, his senses heightened, fully alert for whatever might come his way.
What the fuck? Are you serious? There's no way this is real. Oh. Oh, it's fake. People play too damn much.
After coming across what appeared to be money, Chris quickly realized it was fake and decided to move to the upper floors. However, as he ascends, he encounters something he wasn't prepared for.
Oh shit. Oh god damn. That was a fucking dog. That scared the fuck out of me. Shit. That could have went bad. That could have went real bad. All I heard was a growl.
A dog, clearly marking its territory, comes into view. Chris freezes and immediately backs away, unsure of how the dog might react if he gets closer. His heart races as he decides it's best to give the animal its space and retreat safely.
That scared the hell out of me. I thought that was a person in the bag.
Shocked by what he saw, Chris cautiously checked a bag nearby. Thankfully, it wasn't a person. It was just a pair of shoes. Relieved, he continued his exploration. Having thoroughly explored the first building, Chris decided to venture to a second one. Little did he know, this was where things would take a horrifying turn.
This is Elderwood. Oh shit. Damn. Oh shit. That's crazy looking. Oh shit. Bro, that is crazy. What the fuck? I'm gonna make it quick. They're knocked out. That's everywhere. Is that blood? I don't trust walking on this dip. I don't think it's blood though. Probably not. Alright, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This place is nasty.
As Chris approached the second building, he noticed something unsettling. A house with 3 junkies sprawled out in front, seemingly unconscious. The sight caught him off guard, but in true Chris fashion, he wasn't afraid. Instead of backing down, he boldly walked past them, venturing directly into the house to explore. Inside, Chris made his way to the upper floors. At the end of a dimly lit hallway, he spotted another person lying on the floor, also seemingly passed out. Remaining calm, he filmed the scene and continued his exploration, cautiously moving through each decaying room. Every step was deliberate, his senses on high alert, fully aware that at any moment he could encounter someone else. Luckily for Chris, he didn't run into anyone else during his exploration. However, he knew he would have to pass by the junkies at the entrance to leave. The thought lingered in his mind. What if they had woken up in the meantime? There was only one way to find out.
See more blood stains on the floor. That's crazy. That is sad as fuck. Bro. Wow. That's crazy.
As Chris makes his way out of the house, he feels a wave of relief. They're all still in the same spots as before. However, the sight weighs heavily on him. It's disheartening to see people living like this, using drugs, sleeping in filthy, decaying buildings, and existing in such dire conditions. Chris, who has seen countless unsettling sights during his explorations, admits this is on another level. He's shocked, wondering how people end up in such hopeless circumstances, how this becomes their reality. As these haunting thoughts linger in his mind, Chris quietly walks away from the house. Little does he know, the most chilling part of his day is still ahead. Arriving at the third abandoned house, Chris steps inside, instantly feeling the oppressive eeriness that seems to emanate from the building. The air is heavy, and the silence feels almost suffocating. Determined to explore every corner, he begins his walkthrough, meticulously checking the main floor before heading upstairs. The house at first glance appears like many others he's explored, decaying, empty, and unsettling. But then, Chris makes the decision to check the basement. That's when things take a truly terrifying and life-threatening turn.
Oh, you know what? Before I leave, I did want to explore down here. It smells like smoke, like a cigarette. I don't know if that's outside or down here, because it is drafty. I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely down here. I can't tell. It kind of smells like it's down here, but it could just be somebody outside smoking. Oh shit, somebody's definitely down here. It's a bottle of alcohol in a bag. Oh shit. Dude. Kidding me? This is crack. I don't even want to touch this stuff. And a gun. That's crazy.
Chris is frozen in place, his heart pounding as he tries to process what he's seeing. Two men, armed with a gun, moving through the basement with an unsettling, deliberate presence. Their demeanor and actions radiate danger, making it clear they have sinister intentions. Holding his breath, Chris keeps his flashlight off, watching their every move from the shadows. He remains completely still, praying they don't notice him. After what feels like an eternity, the men begin to make their way upstairs, disappearing out of sight.
I don't hear him. I'm gonna try to get out. This is some real bullshit. I don't see nobody. Heard him. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Seizing the moment, Chris quietly and carefully flees from the house, prioritizing safety over any confrontation. His heart races as he makes his way outside, relieved to have escaped unharmed. But the reality of the situation hits hard. Things could have gone very differently. The risk he had taken was immense, and the encounter left him shaken. Knowing how close he came to real danger, Chris decides to call it a day and head home, ending his exploration. Despite this adventure taking place during the day, unlike his usual nighttime ventures, it's one he'll never forget. From stumbling across 3 junkies lying half-conscious on a front porch to hiding silently as 2 armed men roam nearby, this exploration presented dangers no one would willingly want to face. This horrifying video was captured by Owen, a YouTuber you might know from his channel, Exploring with Owen. He's an 18-year-old adventurer with a passion for seeking out the unknown and unexplained. Recently, Owen started documenting his experiences in haunted locations on his YouTube channel. Sometimes he explores with friends, but this time, he decided to go alone, an unfortunate choice. It was November 9th, 2024, a cold winter evening, but that didn't deter Owen from heading out on his latest adventure. This time, he took things up a notch by planning to stay overnight in a forest near his home.
Tonight, I'm going to be camping overnight in the forest by myself. As you can see, I'm still packing my stuff. I have my clothing in here, I have an air mattress and a lantern in this backpack, and I've got my power bank charging right here. And over here, I have my tent and my blankets.
With his gear packed, he set off into the woods. Strange occurrences began almost immediately.
Alright guys, I just got dropped off with all my stuff, but I was walking just barely with my stuff and I heard a giant crash over there, over in that direction. It literally sounded like a tree falling over. I don't know what that was. I just really hope there's not people in this forest, because that actually scared me so bad. Into the woods we go.
Just 5 minutes after entering the forest, Owen heard a loud crash, like a tree falling in the distance. He brushed aside the unsettling feeling and continued searching for a suitable spot to set up camp.
So this is going to be my home for the next 24 hours. I found this nice little flat area here, so I think it should be good for a tent setup.
After about half an hour of walking, Owen found a perfect flat area to pitch his tent. Once everything was set up, he retreated inside to show his viewers the gear he had brought along.
Alright, we are now inside the tent, fully away from the mosquitoes. As you can see, I brought blankets, I brought a pillow. Over in this corner, we have some miscellaneous stuff like GoPro, camera bag, and the bag for the tent. And here, we've got my dinner. We've got spaghetti and meatballs, maple bacon baked beans, can opener for my beans. Now guys, I'm probably gonna inflate my air mattress and set up my bed. I just heard a stick snap. I'm not even kidding. It came from like over that way. I'm hoping that's just the wind. I literally think I just heard a gunshot. I don't know if that picked up on camera. I hope it did. Bro, I don't want this to be a scary video. It was just supposed to be solo camping. But anyways, what I was gonna say is that once I lay down and my weight disperses, it's just fine. But I'd like to mention, this is literally my first time tenting in the woods, and I'm also alone. The only time I've ever been tenting is like outside of my house, and it's been with friends. So this is really new to me, and I'm kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I really hope I didn't come underprepared.
However, before he could get too comfortable, he heard a stick snap just outside his tent. Moments later, he thought he heard a gunshot. Though the sound wasn't captured on camera, it was enough to send a wave of unease through him. It was his first time camping alone, and the unexpected noises were already taking a toll on his nerves. Still, Owen chose to brush it off, and continued setting up his camp, hoping for a peaceful night ahead. As darkness settled in, Owen made dinner and watched some YouTube videos to relax before logging off with his viewers.
It is currently 9:20, so actually like exactly an hour since the last update. I'm probably gonna just chill out, maybe watch some YouTube videos and then go to bed. So I'm probably gonna put the camera away, but I'll see you guys in the morning.
He got ready for bed, looking forward to his first solo night in the forest, unaware that his night was about to take a terrifying turn.
Guys, I just woke up. It's like 2 a.m. and I just heard footsteps outside of the tent. Literally woke me up, it was so loud. They went away though. I don't know, I feel like I kind of want to go out and check, but I'm kind of scared too. I think we're gonna go out and check. I might just walk around and look at the area.
Around 2 a.m., Owen was jolted awake by the sound of footsteps circling his tent. His heart pounded as he lay still, unsure of how to react. Gathering his courage, he slowly put on his shoes and grabbed his flashlight to investigate.
They sounded like it was right here. My tent is right there. I don't know, man. This is really scary alone. Alright, since I figured out there's nothing out here, I'm just gonna go back in.
Stepping outside, he scanned the area, searching for any signs of movement, but saw nothing. Deciding it was safer inside, he retreated back into his tent, feeling slightly more secure within its thin fabric walls.
Well, now that I know that there's nothing out there, I'm gonna try to go back to bed. First though, I'm gonna reinflate my air mattress, because this thing is like dead flat. I'm literally sitting on the ground right now. But I'll pick up the camera if anything else happens, but we'll see you guys tomorrow if not. Peace.
He logged off once again, trying to settle down and get some rest. But his peace didn't last.
Hello?
The sound of footsteps returned, this time clearly audible on his camera, pacing around his tent. Mustering his courage, Owen called out into the darkness and stepped outside once more, showing no fear. Yet, despite the unmistakable sound of movement, there was no one in sight.
I'm not sleeping here. I am not sleeping here. I'm shaking so bad. I'm packing my stuff and I'm getting out of here. I legit forgot I was recording that. I'm shaking so bad. Look at my hand. Look at my hand. Am I still recording? Okay, I am. I literally heard footsteps come from that way and go all the way around my tent. I said hello and no response. That was really weird. It sounded like a human, so I am getting out of here. Making sure I'm not leaving anything valuable. I'm gonna put the camera away because I'm gonna bike out of here very fast.
Feeling increasingly uneasy, Owen made a decision. He had to leave. Convinced that someone or something was lurking in the woods with sinister intent, he quickly packed up his gear. Shaken but determined, he opted for safety over the risk of confrontation. Fortunately, he made it out safely. Later, he shared with his viewers that after this terrifying encounter, he wasn't sure if he would ever attempt another solo camping trip again. Rob Call. Nature is an outdoor channel where the creator shares his camping adventures, often taking on unique survival challenges like spending the night without fire or shelter. This time, he set out to explore a place he found on the map called Viking Tomb, a location with no photos online. Intrigued, he wanted to see it for himself. He drove as far as he could, but since the site was deep in the woods, he had to leave his car behind and continue on foot. After walking for a bit, he glanced back, only to see some people photographing his car.
Search on Google Earth. If you get close enough to the terrain, there always pops up points of interest. And by pure luck, in the middle of the woods, suddenly popped up a point of interest, and it read Viking Tomb. So I clicked on it, and only one picture taken from that Viking tomb. So I thought that place we have to visit. I just parked my car on the closest road to this place. That's weird. Why would they do that? That really bothered me. Why would they take pictures of my car? So, we have to head due west. When I unpacked my car, there drove a car by They slowed down pretty much when they saw me. And just now, before I left the road into the woods, they made another round and took a picture of my license plate. Maybe it was the landowner. Maybe they thought I was a poacher.
After a long trek, he finally reached the Viking tomb and decided to set up his hammock. As he was getting everything ready, snow started to fall, covering the forest in a quiet, almost surreal atmosphere.
It's 11 o'clock and I've been laying here for about 4 hours. The wind is really cooling down this shelter, even though I'm all tucked in and I've got hand warmers, 4 of them. I just can't seem to get warm, so I'm just laying here shivering. I'm going to pull the plug on this one. Am I hypothermic? No, but it's really uncomfortably cold. We are going to get up, back up, and hike out in the night.
He tried to push through the night, but the conditions kept getting worse. The temperature dropped fast, and soon he was freezing from the cold. After giving it some thought, he realized there was no way he could make it through the night like this. It was too risky. So, he made the call to head back to his car and save the camping trip for another, hopefully warmer night. But when he finally got to his car, he saw this.
Well, I found her. My princess in shiny armor. Well, someone has been interested in my car. I knew there was something off. These are not my footprints. The left one is mine, and the right one is the visitor in the night. When we headed out, someone took a picture of my car. Well, maybe they're as curious as I am. Well, that's the... Let's just get out of here.
After spotting the fresh footprints in the snow, a sense of unease crept over him. The fact that it had been snowing while he was at the tomb meant these prints were recent. Whoever made them was likely still nearby. That thought alone was enough to make him feel watched. Not wanting to take any chances, he quickly got into his car and left the area. What do you think? Was he overreacting, or did he have a real reason to feel like someone was following him? Kenny, the adventurous soul behind Kenny of All Trades, shares his passion for traveling and exploration on his YouTube channel, filming every step of his journey in his trusty camper truck. In this clip, Kenny embarks on a camping adventure in Foothill State Forest, Minnesota, a trip that takes an unexpected turn into the eerie and unsettling. It's September 14th, 2024. Kenny, accompanied by his dog Toby, sets off into the forest, eager to find the perfect spot for the night. He discovers a quiet little field and begins setting up camp, unaware of the unsettling events awaiting him as night falls.
Let's check this out, Toby. We got a fire pit. What else do you need for a night of camping? This is gonna work perfect for a single night. I don't have any cell phone service, so I'll text Mandy my GPS coordinates off the Garmin InReach. We got this thing all to ourselves. What do you think, Toby? Yeah. We said we were looking for an epic one-nighter. I think we got a great start. We found a perfect campsite, went for a nice walk in the woods, and now we got this fire. I'm saying this is pretty good, eh, buddy?
The evening starts peacefully, with everything calm and quiet. As night settles in, Kenny prepares dinner and relaxes by the campfire, enjoying the solitude of the forest, still blissfully unaware of what lies ahead.
We'll check him in a couple. The woods is really loud tonight. I got stuff going on all around me. I'm hearing crashes in the woods over here and crashes over there, and it's probably just something as simple as leaves falling, but in dead silence, everything sounds so much louder. I do got the flashlight out here though, just in case. As I was walking down the steps, my stomach started growling, and it sounded like a person talking for a second. I didn't realize it was my stomach. Oh, it scared the daylights out of me. I'm telling you what, there is just noises all over. Maybe we should go for a little walk.
With the woods now cloaked in darkness, eerie noises begin to echo around him. Kenny tries to stay calm, brushing off the sounds as falling leaves or branches snapping, but a sense of unease lingers. Wanting reassurance that he's truly alone, he decides to take a walk around the campsite, leaving his dog Toby safely resting in the camper.
I think we'll just go down the road a little ways. I thought I just saw a flash. Man, all kinds of noises. That flash could have been a reflector or something. There is definitely some noise in this woods. We made it back home. Well, I think I'm just gonna sit around the fire for the next 45 minutes and go to bed. I'll see you in the morning.
Finding nothing definitive, Kenny returns to his camper, ready to call it a night. But just as he's about to settle in, a loud thump hits his camper. Rattled, he looks outside but sees nothing, just the forest, cloaked in darkness, and the relentless sounds echoing from within.
I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm laying in bed and it sounds like something is being thrown at the camper. It must be acorns dropping. It's like 3 a.m. I gotta go to bed. See what I'm talking about?
Deciding to lock his doors and stay inside, Kenny lies awake, listening to the eerie symphony outside and waiting for the safety of daylight. When the first rays of morning finally pierce through the trees, the forest calms again. But the unsettling memories of that night remain with him long after. Though he made it through unscathed, he's left with more questions than answers. Tobias, a German urban explorer, has spent nearly 8 years venturing into forgotten places, documenting every eerie detail on camera. Known for his explorations of historical sites like Beilitz Heilstätten, Spree Park Berlin, and Hitler's Olympic Village, Tobias has faced countless unsettling encounters. However, today's adventure was different. It didn't take place in one of those infamous locations, but rather in a small, unassuming abandoned home near his own neighborhood. Little did he know, this exploration would push him to his limits. On October 29, 2017, a cold winter evening set the stage for Tobias's latest adventure. This time, he was joined by his good friend Connor, a trusted companion with whom he had shared countless explorations. They had encountered bizarre and frightening sights before, but nothing could prepare them for what awaited inside this decaying home. As they stepped into the house, an eerie feeling immediately washed over them as if they weren't alone. The air felt oppressively heavy, pressing down on them and adding to their growing unease. Tobias began filming, panning his camera across the crumbling structure. Decaying walls, collapsed ceilings, and debris scattered everywhere painted a picture of neglect and abandonment. The pair carefully picked through the overturned belongings, searching for anything interesting to document for the camera. Then their exploration took a sinister turn.
Alles
Roughly 10 minutes into their visit, they suddenly heard footsteps echoing from the floor above. Frozen in place, they quickly switched off their lights, not wanting to reveal their presence. The tension was palpable as they stood in silence, trying to assess the situation. Who was up there? The unnerving mystery deepened when the footsteps began descending the stairs. A beam of light from a flashlight pierced the darkness as the figure moved closer. The most unsettling part? The person didn't seem to care about being seen. They walked right past Tobias and Connor without hesitation, as if fully aware of their presence but choosing to ignore it. The boys held their breath, hearts pounding, and carefully made their way out of the house, their heightened senses on full alert. Every creak of the floorboards and rustle of debris amplified their anxiety. They didn't know when or if danger would strike. To their immense relief, they encountered no one else. It appeared the person had left the house before them. But even with no immediate threat, Tobias and Connor decided it was best to leave, choosing safety over confrontation. Yet, the question still lingered. Who was that mysterious figure? A squatter? A homeless person? Another urban explorer? And why did they seem so unfazed by the boys' presence? The person's behavior, calmly wandering through the house despite knowing they were being watched, only added to the eerie mystery. These questions will likely remain unanswered, but one thing is certain. This was an experience Tobias and Connor won't forget anytime soon. This video comes from the popular YouTube channel, Aqua Chiger, where Bo shares a variety of entertaining content, from fun and informative animal videos to showcasing his hobbies like magnet fishing. With a deep love for nature, Bo enjoys sharing his outdoor adventures with his viewers. However, this particular video takes a completely different turn. While wild camping in the forest, Bo stumbles upon something unsettling. It's February 11th, 2024. Bo has been enjoying a peaceful stealth camping trip, spending a few days immersed in nature. But then, something strange catches his eye.
We're a good ways from the nearest town, although there is a shopping center not too far away, maybe half a mile that way. And I was middle detecting through here, and I could see something up in the woods, blue tarp. And I see some movement down there, so I'm going to switch your gaze. See it? Yeah, okay. Those are deer. And the reason I was kind of freaking out is that I saw a blue tarp, out in the woods in front of me. So I went over there, kind of investigated, because I'm always looking for stuff, looking at stuff. And I found what appeared to be a huge homeless camp.
After cautiously observing the scene from a distance, Bo gathers his courage and decides to take a closer look. The discovery sparks both curiosity and unease, but his adventurous spirit pushes him forward.
I'm kind of going slow to make sure I don't see anybody in there. You'll notice how I'm dressed in my green and my vest and stuff. Sometimes that gives me a little bit of an advantage when I'm doing this kind of thing, because I look like I might be law enforcement, and people have a tendency to scatter. So that's why I do this. Well, not the only reason, but that's one of the reasons. Boy, I tell you one thing. I was down the hill there when I was looking at it, and it looked like it was huge compared to what it is. It's actually a little bit smaller. I thought that thing was like 3 stories tall. Right now I'm looking for trails where people walk, because if there are people still using this, they would have, the leaves would not be just laying around like that.
The area clearly shows signs that people have lived, or may still be living there, which gives Bo an eerie feeling he can't quite shake off. The realization that he has been camping in this area for days without noticing it only adds to his unease. Though the place appears abandoned, he remains on high alert, prepared for anything unexpected.
Look, all the tools for cultivation, I guess. Beanbag. Because especially when it's really cold in the wintertime, sometimes the alcoholics freeze to death. That's happened many times around here. There's a footprint there, but it's just one, and that could be kind of old. You can see it's kind of doesn't look very fresh.
The site looks as though it was abandoned in a hurry. Belongings left behind, signs of recent activity, yet an overwhelming emptiness. But even though the whole scene unsettles him, Bo's curiosity and concern are strong enough to push him to investigate further.
Looks like they left a bunch of gear right there. There's a duffel bag, army duffel bag or military duffel bag, and some stuff. We'll look at that real quick. Makes me wonder, makes me kind of assume anyway, that this is probably a veterans camp. I don't know how many other types of people would read something like that, which is kind of sad. I mean, you shouldn't have veterans living in the woods. Well, anyone shouldn't. No one should be living in the woods. There's a trap. I don't like to see traps set where people aren't checking them, so we're going to spring that one for him. Luckily something didn't wander in there and get trapped and starve to death. I don't like animals to suffer. Yeah, look at that. Look, they're planning on coming back. They had to have stolen that. I mean, why the heck would they have an electric freaking piece of equipment out here? Kind of sad. I hear he got run off. Maybe that's why he has stuff scattered everywhere. They're still kind of sad.
With some signs suggesting that the people who once lived there might return soon, Bo feels the weight of the eerie, sorrowful scene and decides to leave the site exactly as he found it. Once back at his own campsite, the uneasiness lingers. Deciding he's had enough, he quickly packs up his gear. The unsettling discovery serves as a stark reminder of the hidden lives people lead, far away from society's gaze. It's a sobering thought. As he leaves the forest behind, he can't help but feel a deep sense of gratitude for the life he has. It's unsettling to think about how some people might be living unnoticed, isolated from civilization. This serves as a reminder to be grateful for what you have and to always be cautious when venturing alone into the wilderness. This eerie video was captured by Joe, a beloved and wildly popular YouTuber you might recognize from his channel, Joe Weller. With over 5.3 million followers, Joe has built a loyal fan base by sharing entertaining videos about his everyday life, exciting challenges, and, on occasion, venturing into eerie abandoned places. On this particular exploration, Joe isn't going alone. He's joined by his friends Harry and Elliot, making the adventure a group effort. It's May 11th, 2017, a sunny and warm day, as the trio sets out to explore an old haunted mental hospital. They're ready for an exciting adventure, but little do they know, this trip will soon take a sinister turn.
Boys, we are currently trekking about a mile through these woods. No, we can't risk this shit. Yo, fam, in the distance, that lighting in the distance is where we just pulled up and saw that security. Oh,
we have come all this way, and they're the easiest entrance we have ever seen, ever. Let's just do it and let's just get on with it.
As they arrive at the hospital entrance, they notice a warning sign: guard dogs. This immediately puts Joe on edge, making him question whether venturing inside is a good idea. However, Harry and Elliot manage to convince him, eager to see what lies within the eerie building.
Come on, mate. Watch your bag on the top.
Okay. Look at this one. Oh.
Once inside, an unsettling feeling washes over the group, as if the building itself is drawing them in. Goosebumps creep up their skin as they venture deeper into the abandoned asylum.
What? Did you hear that?
Wait, what was it? Wait, what? What was it?
It was like a buzzing noise. It was like... Every single door has been wedged open.
Shit. Oh shit. Oi, we come peacefully. Like, for real. What?
What? Do you not see the reflection of your torch? No, not my torch. Mate, I saw somebody walk past the bottom of the hallway. Like, literally just now.
No, you didn't.
I swear on your life.
Down there?
Yeah, literally just there. I literally just saw legs. You might have... Was your camera always pointing that way?
No. I personally, that makes me shit myself. I don't want to... I
swear to you, just...
Where has my dad's
so annoying.
There's nothing...
I swear to you.
There's nothing else like...
Wait, it wasn't like... It wasn't a shadow.
It wasn't like this, though.
I saw both 1 foot land and the next literally... I saw feet, like I saw legs.
Suddenly, Elliot freezes. He insists that he saw someone at the end of the hallway. The others try to reassure him, calling out to see if anyone is there, but there's no response. Joe and Harry assume it's just Elliot's imagination, but Elliot remains certain of what he saw, his unease growing.
Realistically, if there's someone here, we'll just go, just make yourself known, and then we'll go. That's all you gotta do. Make a loud bang.
What, you saw the legs through there?
Yeah, through there.
Wait, what? Wait, open that door? Open that door?
We'll leave and we won't say anything. You just gotta make yourself known.
Like, make a noise.
Or chuck something.
Sorry, what is that? That was two bangs. That was two bangs.
It wasn't proper nice wind. Can you do it louder?
Can you do it louder, please?
That was more, wasn't it? We're not hearing those as noticeable bangs or anything, so could you like throw something to make it really obvious that there's someone here?
After several failed attempts to make contact with whoever Elliot believes is in the building, the group decides to check out other rooms, hoping to calm their nerves and distract themselves from the growing fear.
Hold on. Can I get some visuals?
What is that? That is someone with a spade, with a shovel. That's something dragging. That's the sound of something dragging a shovel along concrete. Oh, I swear that it is, isn't it? Stay calm, stay calm. I'm calm. Wait, who the was that? I don't know. We're leaving. That's it, that's all you need to know. We are leaving. That's all you need to know. What if it's walking around to the window? That was a shovel dragging along concrete.
Yeah, but where's the concrete? Outside? That was outside?
Yes, that was outside.
Oh, Yo, we're coming out. Do not come anywhere near us. We're leaving. Alright? We've made ourselves clear. Do not come anywhere near us. Oh, shit. Yo, we're coming out. Do not come anywhere near us. We are leaving.
So the guy was over there in the car park, yeah, definitely.
Should we go to the car park?
I reckon we should.
Let's go to the car park. Right, I cannot believe this. So basically, we have just heard a spade noise being dragged along the floor. It sounded like it was coming from outside, and we've made up our minds it was from the car park. So we are going to investigate that right now.
Still on high alert, the boys decide to step outside, carrying sticks as makeshift weapons, just in case they need to defend themselves. Despite their caution, the unsettling atmosphere refuses to fade.
So we went past the main entrance, yeah, and then we walked down here and turned right. So we was in this little bit here.
We was in there?
Yeah, in this little bit here, and we heard...
What the f***? That is it. That is kind of what it sounded like. Wait, it's so annoying. This place is so big, you can't see if there's anyone just hiding. We were right here.
We were right here.
Wait, check. Are there any, like, is there like a spade or anything, or like, is there anything around here?
Scanning the parking lot, everything initially seems deserted, but this false sense of calm doesn't last long.
Alright, on a side note, this is what we think the noise was. Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me. But the thing is, who the f has done that? Do you know what I mean? That's what's going through my scalp. Are you sure it wasn't a shadow that you saw?
I swear to you, like, I can't...
So there is a person here.
Got to have been, mate.
What? Off. Off. Right now. Leave us alone. Oh, it's a bird. Oh, I shat myself.
I saw legs walk across that hallway. I cannot swear to you enough. Like, you know, I don't bullshit about shit like that. You know I don't.
The fact that we then heard that
as well, like straight after, and that's why I was thinking maybe there's another exit. He immediately came out of the building, walked around here, maybe was walking across the car park, hit the fire extinguisher by mistake as he's walking out. Like, maybe that could have been a thing.
Gathering their courage, the trio decides to head back inside, determined to uncover the truth behind the creepy noises and eerie sensations. Unfortunately, they would soon regret this decision.
Alright, so we are now in the full-on mental asylum area of the complex. Oh, so this is what they would like strap them down on.
Red room.
Whoa. Why would it all be red like this? And yet again, another bed. Oh shit. That is ready to fall. That's metal as well, mate. That'll kill a man.
Yeah.
I went through the same door as you, mate.
Wait, did he go through the other door?
I went through the other door.
Do something, dog, stay where you are!
Whoa.
Whoa, calm down.
Right, we've got flail stopped. Do not move, gentlemen, or I'll send the dogs, you understand me?
Yep.
If my father-in-law bumped into you, you'd have had a shotgun getting pointed.
Really? Jeez.
It's not great. Yeah, we walk back this way.
Yeah.
We get people here all the time. It's supposed to be haunted. It's some big fancy old
Really?
posh house. You need to be careful, eh? Because there's a lot of shotgun-toting farmers around.
Really?
Wouldn't think twice about loosing one off there.
Oh my god.
As they delve deeper into the building, they are suddenly stopped by the police. The officers escort them off the property, leaving the boys feeling defeated and frustrated. However, the police explain that they acted for their safety, revealing a chilling truth. The property is owned by a crazy farmer who wouldn't hesitate to shoot intruders. Luckily, the boys made it out safely, even if the experience didn't go as planned. It was a stark reminder of just how unpredictable urban explorations can be, not just because of paranormal threats, but because of the real-life dangers that often lurk in these abandoned places. The next chilling video comes from Appy Mountain Trekkers, a YouTube channel that focuses on outdoor adventures, camping, hiking, and wilderness exploration. It is April 5th, 2019, and in this video, the creator heads up to a mountain camp for a solo overnight stay. He's there to work on some improvements to his shelter and enjoy the peaceful surroundings. After getting settled in, he starts carving a spoon and dealing with pesky bugs before nightfall. But things take a spooky turn when he hears loud, eerie calls coming from the ridge behind his camp, deep, guttural sounds that send chills down his spine.
It's starting to get dark. Usually I see 2 servings on these things and I'm like, whatever. I couldn't even finish half of this thing, man. And I put a dent in it. I put a hurting on it, and there's still a whole nother serving. I know you probably can't see, but yeah. It was okay, but definitely a lot of food in these things. You could feed 2 people a meal with this thing. But since I'm by myself, and I'm not inviting any bears to come get this other serving, I'm gonna stow this away from camp. And I may check back with you here in a little bit, depending on how the lighting situation plays out. But I'm pretty much settled in for the night, and we'll see what happens. Well, I made some good progress on my spoon. But I think I'm done with it for the night. Yeah, that little that spoon knife is pretty daggone sharp. She bit me. I shouldn't have been carving in the low light conditions, but I was wanting to get it done before morning. That's what I get. But yeah, I'm done with that for the night. And there ain't a cloud in the sky tonight. Well, boys and girls, getting ready to hit the hay. It's a little after 9, and I'm whipped. I think I'm gonna sleep good tonight. It's supposed to be relatively warm in the 50s, and it feels like it.
After having some dinner and working on his carving project, he decides to settle down for some well-deserved rest. But unfortunately, his night won't be as peaceful as he hoped.
Alright guys, I just want to give you a quick update. It's about 10 after 10. I laid down about 9 o'clock and I was trying to go to sleep. It took me a while and I was almost asleep, and sometime before 10 I was woke up by something I've never heard in my life. And I know this might sound sensational or something that, you know, I'm not bull. I heard like 4 quick, very loud, deep guttural calls on this ridge behind me, behind camp. There's like a dip on the other side, and it goes up to a higher ridge on this backside, and it sounded like it come from over there. But it was like 4 calls, almost like a communication call of some kind. They were back to back, and then there was a pause, and then I heard 2 more. It scared the absolute shit out of me. I'm still rattled. I've never heard anything like that in my life. It sounded like a mix between almost like a pig, some kind of, I hate to even say it, but a pig, an ape, and the calls almost sounded like how the velociraptors communicate with each other on Jurassic Park. I've never heard anything like that in my life. Needless to say, I'm pretty wigged out being up here by myself. I got up and got this first thing. I don't know what the hell that was, but it was big. It sounded big.
Strange noises coming from around his camp put him on edge. To be safe, he grabs a weapon, ready for whoever or whatever is out there.
There'll be no sleep tonight. That's for damn sure. But I'm not packing up and bailing either. I'm trying to get out of here in the dark. Ain't no way. I'll keep you posted. It's about 1 o'clock. I woke up again. I heard something circle my camp. Whatever it is, it's close. You hear that? Whatever it is, it sounded like there was 2 or 3 of them, and it started on the other side of my camp, went around my perimeter. I heard that. Yeah. I think I'm going back to camp.
Luckily, he makes it through the night safe and unharmed. But what do you guys think? Was it an animal, someone lurking in the woods, something paranormal, or perhaps some sort of creature? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This video comes from Sort of Interesting, a channel that blends wild camping adventures, outdoor exploration, and personal storytelling. It is February 20th, 2025, and he was preparing for a peaceful solo camping trip in the woods on a cold February evening when things suddenly took a dark turn.
After a while, they finally left, and so I stayed hanging around in the woods for a good while after, just to make sure everybody was definitely gone. I'm about 90% certain they drove in that direction. I decided to proceed along the road on my intended route to escape into the hills as quick as possible, but use my red light so that I was far less visible at a distance. And I'll be honest, at this point I've got that horrible adrenaline sensation in my chest, and I've got loads of video recorded from this section, but I'm just constantly talking, I think, trying to reassure myself and make myself feel better and calmer. So the important thing is, I got my pasta going, and this was an absolutely beautiful, calm, just every bit the camping out in the wild sort of experience you should have.
After the first unsettling encounter, he decides to make some pasta and sit down to enjoy it in peace. But unfortunately, that wouldn't be the last eerie moment of the night.
As I'm eating, you may notice I become preoccupied with something on my left hand side, and what was happening was originally the sound of quad bikes or dirt bikes, then a car alarm going off, possibly on one of the back lanes or the obscure car parks out in this area, and then at one point I definitely heard at least one man shouting loudly. Now this was really distant, don't get me wrong, however I was already in a heightened state of alert and obsession that somebody was following me at this point, and I know that there'd been some issues and some characters hanging around maybe doing things they shouldn't be in the area recently, and so that put me on edge to say the least. So there's no way, given that this is the mist and the fog conditions, there's no way I'm going to make it to where I wanted to pitch up. Okay, so the wind's really got up, the temperature's absolutely dropped, and I'm rapidly packing my stuff up. I'm definitely going to bail. Let's go and rethink this, and then I will do my first ever solo camp in the next few days, hopefully. Whew. So, with very changeable and worsening weather conditions and my inability to calm my mind fully, especially after hearing the quad bikes, that did give me a slight concern that somebody could come up there on the hilltop with ease and see me lit up like an easy target, all alone on a stormy hilltop. And so, yeah, I thought, if this isn't going to be fun, I don't want to just be lying awake in fear on my own on a hilltop for 7 hours. And like I say, just a little bit too much of a public place. Right, I'm really sorry to be bailing on this. As you can imagine, I've gone to all this effort and I didn't want to do this. I've got probably 6 to 7 miles to walk back. What's happened in the last sort of 20 minutes, I've heard voices, thought I heard quad bikes or dirt bikes, something like that. Heard a shout. I thought perhaps I didn't hear the shout at first, but I've just been hearing a car alarm go off in the distance, and I'm just wondering if there is any mischief afoot, because I saw a thing on Facebook about there being some trouble going around the area, and if people are parked up on the back lanes and stuff, I don't know, but I don't want to be out here potentially in the middle of that either. So I'm going to see what happens. I'm just going to walk and walk and walk. Temperature's really dropped off.
Luckily, Sort of Interesting made it out safe and unharmed, choosing cautions over confrontation. But the real question remains, who was out there, and what were their intentions? Was it just a coincidence, or was someone lurking with far more sinister motives? This horrifying video is captured by William, Joshua, Eduardo, and Grant, better known as The Boys, a group of wildly popular YouTubers who have amassed over 5.61 million subscribers with their entertaining and adventurous content. Known for pushing boundaries and exploring new challenges, this time they took things to a chilling extreme.
Welcome to the Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells.
This is one of the most haunted locations that we think we've ever been to, and to be honest, after hearing from the caretakers and the owners, I'm actually kind of nervous about this one.
I have never been this nervous to do a video out of everywhere we've ever been to. And from what I've heard, this is considered one of the most, if not the most haunted spot in all of Texas. Not only does this house have a rich and tragic history, the owners have collected and displayed, but out in the open, tons of genuine artifacts, items, sacrificial items, bones, things that might not want to say just in the intro.
Yeah. And we're going to be attempting to sleep here. It's a full overnight.
It's October 26th, 2024, a cold autumn evening when the boys venture into one of the most haunted locations in America, the infamous Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas. This isn't your typical haunted spot. The Haunted Hill House dates back to the late 19th century and has a long, sinister history. Legend has it that the house once served as a brothel, witnessing countless tragedies and leaving behind restless spirits. Among the most infamous of these is a dark figure known as Toby, said to haunt the basement, a place few dare to venture. The house's sinister energy becomes even more intense at night, with reports of unexplained knocks, footsteps, and even physical touches. It's not exactly a place you'd want to find yourself after dark, but that's exactly what the boys are about to do. When they step inside the house, an uneasy feeling immediately washes over them. They begin exploring the various rooms, carefully examining every detail, and that's when the first unexplainable thing happens.
So this, fellas, and Alana, is the carousel room.
Ooh. Do you just touch me on the shoulder?
This is a
Did you just get touched?
That felt weird.
You did?
Yeah, that felt really...
Did you touch him?
No.
Wait, you had it on the camera. He's holding the camera. Did you see how...
Wait, seriously? Did no one touch you? Don't forget, we can check the security cameras.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Check though.
What did you feel just then?
Just a touch right
What do
here.
you mean? Like
I thought he was tapping me to move out the way, so I turned around and he was all the way up on the stairs.
And Alana, is the carousel room.
Do you just touch me on the shoulder?
This is a...
Did you just get touched? That felt weird. Dude, I genuinely thought Juicy was like, well, fellas, and Alana, and then I felt it and I turned around. I thought you were tapping me.
Mully feels a distinct tap on his shoulder. Shocked, he immediately looks around at the cameraman, asking if he was the one who tapped him. However, the camera footage clearly shows that the cameraman was just holding the camera. Mully was undeniably touched by something unseen. Unsettled by the experience, the group decides to move to another room, unaware of what else might be waiting for them.
This is also where Toby's room is.
Ooh. The f was that? I heard that. The f was that?
Was that dragging?
No, that was a hiss, dog. A hit and then a s, like a snake.
Shh.
Toby hisses at people.
Bro, what the f?
Toby
I
hisses.
thought it was you moving paper around.
No, I heard it up here. It sounded literally like a snake.
Shh. Remember what they said.
Shh. I f***ing hate that, dude.
I did hear that. I thought it was someone moving something though.
This is the part where like all my f***ing instincts are telling me to run.
Narrator, you introduced the story.
F you, dog.
Everyone heard that, right?
I did not hear that.
I heard it like clear as f***ing day.
Whoa.
As the group makes their way to the upper floors, a loud, eerie hiss echoes from above. What makes this even more unnerving is that the spirit known as Toby, who is said to haunt the house, is infamous for making hissing sounds, and this noise fits that description perfectly. On edge but determined, they proceed upstairs, hoping to uncover more of the house's unsettling secrets. Once upstairs, they gather in a circle, placing a spirit box in the center. Their goal is to make contact with any lingering spirits in the house, but what happens next will shock them to their core.
There's a spirit who likes tea here. What is your name?
What the f was that?
You're joking, right?
That shook the f***ing room.
What the f was that? Was that you? No.
Something just hit the f***ing
The
wall.
whole f***ing room. Was that you?
What? I actually had to check to make sure.
Hold on. I think this said yep. I swear it just said yep.
What the f?
There's no way. That was loud as shit.
I've never felt a knock like that.
I've never heard one that f***ing loud either.
Well, let's keep going.
Wait.
Yeah.
Where's
Okay,
Josh?
wait for Josh.
It would have been right there, right?
Yeah. That's the other side of the wall.
It's impossible for someone to go back there.
Well, it's not impossible, but
It's a caged-in area.
What kind of, do you think there's like a...
I thought I double-checked to look to see if Jackson was still in the room because I thought he was f***ing with us, but he was sitting right across from us. Dude, what is next to this room is a full caged-in area of like fences this high.
Yeah. Whatever knock you did was not even close to the knock that we heard.
Alana did.
Yeah, so that wasn't even close.
You knocked over at like the corner over there.
Yeah, that's as far as we can get to, and then the fence starts there.
What the f? Let's keep going. The tea's just about done.
A loud knock suddenly echoes through the room, perfectly timed with their attempt to ask questions. The boys freeze in shock. Was something trying to make its presence known? Mully decides to step outside to check if someone might be playing a prank, but to his astonishment, he discovers a sealed-off area that would have been nearly impossible for anyone to access. There was no way someone could have been there just moments before. The knock, Mully concludes, must have been something paranormal. With this chilling realization, he heads back inside to rejoin the group, where they continue their attempts to communicate using the spirit talker. While they receive a few responses, nothing particularly significant comes through. Eager for more concrete evidence, they decide to push the boundaries by splitting into 2 teams, each assigned to different rooms. Josh and Eddie choose the children's room, a space rumored to be haunted by a ghost named Joshua. That's when the creepy occurrences intensify.
It's been going off the whole time.
Has it?
Since you turned it on, yeah. Do you want to put it on the chair maybe, so you can see it as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the f is going off even when you put it over here?
Put that one next to you, and then put this one up front.
What the f was that? That was.
Oh, no.
What was that? That was.
Oh, no.
That was on the other side of that door.
Jackson, go see what the other boys are doing.
No, you know what? They're probably with us.
I don't think so.
No, that was a knock on the other side of that door.
That was on the other side of that door. Like, the door moved.
Wait. There was
a stomp out there.
No, it wasn't a stomp.
It was three footsteps.
It was 3 or 4 footsteps coming from that direction up the stairs.
I think it was in Toby's room. Or somewhere out across the stairs. Not up the stairs.
What the f? Something hit that door. The door moved.
Okay.
What the f, man? Holy shit, my heart's beating out of my f***ing chest.
Wait.
Dude, something hit that door. I'm freaking the f out. Eddie, I don't want to be up here anymore.
Bro.
Secret.
A loud knock suddenly pierces the silence, coming from the other side of the door. At first, they assume it's the other boys messing with them, but camera footage from the downstairs room confirms that everyone else was there when the knock occurred. It couldn't have been a prank. It was something unexplainable. Though clearly unsettled, Josh and Eddie muster their courage and decide to investigate further, hoping to capture more proof on camera. That's exactly when things take an even more chilling turn.
Eddie, I don't want to be up here anymore.
Bro.
Secret.
What's the secret? Is that you, Joshua? Well, should we ask some questions and then read some stories?
Sure. Something just went up here. Okay. Joshua, is that you?
No.
It is.
It's okay.
It is. It's okay. Joshua, is that you?
No.
It is.
It's okay.
It is. It's okay.
A loud knock echoes once again from the same door, as if confirming its presence. The boys scream, clearly terrified by the escalating events. Thankfully, a camera positioned in another room captures the moment. The footage confirms there was no one near the door who could have caused the sound. What's even more intriguing is that at the exact moment of the knock, an orb can be seen fluttering through the room. For those unfamiliar, orbs are often considered signs of unseen presences, like ghostly figures. This could very well be evidence of something paranormal.
No, man.
That's Joshua.
No.
He's shy.
No, bro. No.
That can't be.
No, man. I don't want to be here anymore, dude. Like,
No, we have to.
I'm gonna freak the out, man. Like, that's up, dude. That's really up.
He said he's shy.
I know. I just,
Dude, I've literally struck him.
this could be a random word that something just said on France. Off.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
No, that's
immersion.
That's like the worst thing I've ever
I'm gonna turn this
experienced.
thing off. That is. Should we open that door? No. I don't know.
Okay, it's fine.
It's just okay. Listen, people are gonna say that shit is rigged. I'm telling you right now, the other boys are in a room downstairs.
No one came up here, right? Like, they're not.
All the security cameras too.
We have all the security cameras showing where the boys are at the exact same time that this is happening right here.
I don't want to open that door.
Okay, let's just try one more thing.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Chills run down their spines as the unsettling realization sinks in. Something was definitely wrong. Despite their fear, they decide to gather their courage and attempt to make contact with Joshua once more. This time, they choose a unique approach, reading a book aloud. According to local lore, Joshua is known to respond to people reading to him. Nervously, they begin to read, not knowing what to expect next.
I don't. Why the f are we reading a story, dude?
Because it's obviously Joshua.
Isn't
He
that
said
where the
he's
shadow
shy.
man was seen the most, though?
Yeah, but also Joshua, I believe his body was found in there. I'm about to... What was that?
I heard right there. Yeah.
An unexplainable sound echoes through the room. It sounds eerily similar to the hissing they had experienced earlier. Josh quickly puts the book away and starts asking questions, but it only seems to make matters worse.
If you like that story, could you maybe do another knock or interact with the red light over there, the other side of the room?
What the f was that?
What in the f?
What? We got to get the f out of here, dude.
Dude, that was a...
Let's go.
That was like a squeal.
That was a whistle.
There's gotta be some kind of toy out here.
I'm not here to
Why would
find
it
out.
whistle?
Let's f***ing go, bro. Let's get out of here.
A loud, piercing squeal suddenly breaks the silence, shocking everyone in the room. It is an unexplainable, unfamiliar sound, something none of them had ever heard in the house before. The group quickly realizes they are dealing with a strong, powerful entity. Eddie has had enough. Something feels deeply wrong. He and Josh decide to head downstairs, seeking safety with the rest of the group. When the group reunites, Josh and Eddie share what they experienced, leaving everyone in disbelief, especially since they captured clear proof on camera. The boys continue their investigation throughout the night, pushing through their fear until dawn finally breaks. Exhausted and shaken, they leave the haunted hill house with lingering unease. Their experiences, the tap on Mully's shoulder, the eerie hiss, the loud knocks, and the terrifying events in Joshua's room, leave a lasting impression on them all. To this day, they remain unsure about what truly happened in the house. However, based on everything they encountered, they can confidently say one thing: something was undeniably off about that place. The boys knew they were heading to an eerie building where unexplainable things had happened, but they never expected to experience them firsthand. This unsettling footage was captured by Angel, a YouTuber you might recognize from his channel, Angel Diaz. In his daily life, Angel is a student who enjoys spending time outdoors and hitting the gym. But on one particular evening, his routine took a disturbing turn. After donating blood earlier that day, his doctor advised him against strenuous exercise, meaning the gym was off limits. Wanting to stay active, Angel decided to do something he never does. He went for a night hike. What started as a simple walk under the stars would soon become an experience that made him question whether he would ever do it again.
So today I was told by the doctor I can't go to the gym because I went to donate my white blood cells. But they be paying for them joints. They pay me like $300-400 just to go sit down and put a needle inside me. But I guess I can't work out, so we're going on a hike. I just got out of class at 6:30. I'm tired. I do not want to do this. But it's gonna be a cool view. Lights are gonna be fucking crazy. So let's go.
Logging in with his viewers, Angel explained his plan as he made his way toward a nearby hill. His goal was simple: reach the top and take in the breathtaking nighttime view. But little did he know, he would never make it there.
En el mar, que hay que hacer nada. Oh my god. This is so sketchy. Hey, I just saw a fellow hiker. That means I'm not the only crazy one. And he was coming back, so that means it's safe. It's so sketchy now. Look at this. Bro, literally somebody could jump out of here. It's like surprise, motherfucker. And I brought the wrong shoes. I brought Converse.
Cautiously navigating the darkened forest, Angel kept his flashlight pointed ahead, scanning the dense trees for anything unusual. The deeper he went, the more he felt a creeping sense of unease. Then, suddenly, something made him freeze.
Oh my god, what is that, what is that? Dude, I think I just saw something with a tail. Dude, that's a fox. Or a... Yeah, it can't be a wolf. Dude, I'm supposed to go over there. Wait, what do I do? I literally just saw something big as fuck with a tail. It's either a dog or a... Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Dude, I'm kind of scared. I don't know what to do. Oh, bro, that thing was huge. It can't be a wolf. Let me ask my Apple Watch. Is there wolves in Berkeley?
The area welcomes a wide variety of birds: black-tailed deer, coyote,
No, I said,
ground squirrel,
coyote.
striped skunk,
That's
western
probably,
terrestrial garter snake,
that's probably
gray
what it
fox,
was.
bobcat, and red-tailed hawk.
Coyotes are scared of humans, right?
Sightings of mountain lions amongst the
Mountain lions.
This is from Wikipedia.
Fuck, that's what it could have been. Because that thing was huge. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Why am I doing this? I'm running. I'm running. I'm running. Okay. We're good. Bro. Y'all might think I'm playing, but ever since I was a little kid, my biggest fear is being chased. And I always have those nightmares of me being chased, and then I have to like unlock the door and I keep falling, or like the keys keep dropping. So literally my biggest fear is like running from my life and the darkness.
A jolt of fear shot through him as his eyes locked onto something disturbing. The darkness around him no longer felt empty. There was something lurking in the shadows. His grip tightened around his flashlight as he tried to process what he was seeing. Whatever it was, he wasn't about to find out. Unnerved and unwilling to take any chances, Angel decided to turn back. The breathtaking view wasn't worth the risk of whatever was waiting for him the deeper in the forest. Opting for safety over curiosity, he quickly made his way back down the trail. Thankfully, he made it out unharmed, but the question remains, what was lurking on that trail? Some viewers speculated that Angel was simply joking, brushing off his fear as an overreaction. But others believed him, pointing out how aware he had been of his surroundings and how real his fear seemed. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. After that night, Angel may never go hiking in the dark again. Meet Kevin, the adventurous creator behind the YouTube channel KS Blog, known to many for his thrilling explorations of the UK's hidden gems. On his channel, he takes viewers on a journey to forgotten forests, secluded campsites, and other remote locations far off the usual tourist trails. With a loyal fan base in the thousands, Kevin captivates his audience with his unique style of storytelling, bringing each abandoned place to life with suspense and intrigue. But little did Kevin realize that the places he ventured into were about to reveal just how unpredictable and dangerous they could truly be.
Hi, welcome to another video. Basically, again, this one is just me. I do apologise about the shaky camera just at the moment in the car. But yeah, basically it's just me. I'm not going that far away. It's literally an hour's drive to the North Shropshire Hills, about 50 odd miles away.
On November 14th, 2022, Kevin kicked off his road trip with a drive to a destination he'd carefully planned, ultimately arriving at Carding Mill Valley, located an hour from the Shropshire Hills. Upon arrival, he gave his viewers a tour of the area, showcasing the picturesque waterfall and the surrounding hills. After enjoying a cup of coffee, he prepared for a short hike. However, little did he know, the deeper he ventured into the woods, the more unpredictable his journey would become.
Came here, we visited the waterfall, which is up that way, but for some reason, and I don't know why, we ended that way to there's a little reservoir-y bit, I think, and then we ended up actually going all the way over that hill there, back down to get to the place there we wanted. I mean, it was very hard work, but I mean, this was a few years ago now, and that's, yeah. So that's that. I'm just literally just walking just up here a little bit, and that because like I said, I don't want to stop too long here because I want to get to the other bit and get some food in me, really.
He continued walking, unsure of why he had ended up on this particular path instead of another, feeling completely perplexed by the direction he was headed.
You can see, you know, there's high hills and everything else. There are ones for all different abilities, you know, and like you can see, you just get spectacular views. As I was walking back, you know, you just walk down. Do remember, there are a few houses down there which people do live, so you have to be a bit considerate.
He was savoring every moment of the walk, fully immersed in the experience. Afterward, he decided to head back to his van, where he planned to drive in search of the ideal spot to camp for the night.
To drive to where I was actually heading, and literally it was basically just above where we are, where the car park is, and you had lovely views, and it was only about another 10 minutes on the journey because it was up a steep hill.
I mean, it does sleep too and everything else, so I mean, you can see, I mean, I'm not that much, but you get the front, you know, it's comfortable and that, so the one thing I do find easier with a small camper like this is before going to bed, before it gets dark, get the bed out because it is just full out like that.
After enjoying a meal, Kevin gave a quick tour of his van and made his bed for the night. He then stepped out for a short walk, intending to unwind before heading to bed. However, he never anticipated what awaited him upon his return.
To be honest, I wasn't even going to think about going out, but I thought I've got to just try, you know, because it wasn't that far, you know, uphill, it wasn't that steep. Well, I've started walking up just a little bit. The van is just down the bottom there. I mean, it is just open, as in the photography. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous up here. You know, I mean, it's absolutely lovely. But I'm not too sure if I get anything really nice. I mean, it's so cloudy. There's a band just coming through there, but you know, we'll see what we get. At the end of the day, it gets you out, and that's the main thing with this video anyway. Well, I've got to the top, and I mean, the light is illuminating the valley. Absolutely lovely down there. Hopefully I've got a few pictures anyway. I mean, not amazing pictures, but I mean, it is absolutely lovely. Just to be speaking to two little bike riders and everything else, and they said they're not far away, and they said it's absolutely lovely up here all the time and it never disappoints, and it hasn't. I mean, it lit up the valley absolutely brilliantly, and that, so yeah, I mean, not far a walk. I'm just over the ridge just down there, so probably about 20 minutes back.
He relished every moment of his walk to the top of the hill, but as the day drew to a close, it was time to head back to the van and settle in for the night. Little did he know, something unexpected was waiting for him.
Right, well, now back into the camper. And like I said, it's a lot easier to set the bed out when, you know, before it's dark and everything because I go out, so it's not nice trying to fiddle around after you got back from a walk. But yeah, basically got back about 20 minutes ago, just been relaxing a little bit. But yeah, so now it is just enjoying an evening. I've got the tablet as my TV there, and that's just watching that, and yeah, be up in the morning for sunrise. Not too sure which way I'm going to go, probably down the other way.
At this point, Kevin believed he had wrapped up the video, thinking it was the end of his adventure for the day. However, later that night, something completely unexpected occurred, prompting him to grab his camera once more and capture the unusual events that unfolded.
2 o'clock in the morning, and about 10 minutes ago, it was really weird. Something woke me up, and it was pushing against the side of the car and like knocking into it. It happened for a few minutes, so it woke me up, and it was really weird. I thought, you know, you always think as being car camping, camper van, whatever, it's kids. Because there's 2 other camper vans, there's 4x4, big one next to me, and a Sprinter, I think, near the other side. But basically, you can hear now. I don't know if you can hear this. But yeah. Shaking.
The shaking sent a wave of fear through Kevin, making him feel as though the lock could give way at any moment. Despite the unease, he tried to shake off the feeling and go back to sleep. However, just a few hours later, around 3 a.m., something happened again.
Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning now. It happened another 2 times after I last spoke. But yeah, I think it's either the sheep, because there was a lot of weight behind it, or horses, because I can hear the horses in the back in the distance, not as much as the sheep though. So yeah, it's probably just sheep and that. But like I say, I'm not getting out there. One, I haven't got an exterior light other than when I turn on outside, and that's but yeah.
He initially thought the shaking might have been caused by sheep or horses nearby, but what truly left him bewildered was the unsettling sensation that something was actively trying to unlock the door by tugging on the handle. Ghosts may be unnerving, but at least they don't pose a real danger. The living, however, are far more unpredictable. You never know what they might be carrying. Kevin couldn't determine whether it was an animal or a person causing the shaking and trying to break into his van. Too terrified to leave the safety of his vehicle and find out what was happening outside, he was left in the dark. The identity and motives of the one responsible for the disturbance would remain an unanswered question forever. This chilling video comes from the popular YouTube channel TGF Bro, run by friends Jay and Ramel, famous for their wildly entertaining content ranging from outrageous challenges to spine-chilling overnight adventures. However, this time, things took an even darker turn. In this video, Jay, Ramel, and their friends Luke, Axel, and Felon embark on an overnight investigation of paranormal activity at the ancient Ram Inn, one of the most notoriously haunted houses in the UK. Built in 1145, the house is steeped in chilling history, from reports of multiple deaths over the years to the horrifying discovery of hundreds of children's remains buried beneath the property. Now, infamous for its intense paranormal activity, it has become a hotspot for ghost hunters seeking answers to the unknown. On October 4th, 2021, the 5 friends arrive at the ancient Ram Inn after nightfall, a mix of skepticism and nervous excitement hanging in the air. As they begin their exploration, strange occurrences immediately start shifting the atmosphere into something far more unsettling.
Something shaking the floor.
Nah, man, it's the vibrations from the cars, bro.
You heard it, bro. You heard it. I swear,
It's
bro.
not lying. I swear.
What do you mean?
Something shaking the
Bro,
floor, like
it's
something's
mad.
jumping up and down. Boys. There is the car's
No,
gone
there's not.
Broski, it's not a car. It's not a car. Alright, okay.
I'm bored, personally. This place ain't scaring me. It ain't scaring you. You look the happiest I've ever seen you, right? In a 1,000-year-old pub. So we're gonna put GoPros around the place and hopefully we can monitor the rooms and catch something.
Unexplained sounds echo from deep within the house, but the group brushes them off as the old building's settling. Determined to maintain their skepticism, they set up multiple GoPro cameras throughout the property, hoping to capture any strange activity just in case. As they continue their exploration, they joke and laugh to ease the tension, until the atmosphere suddenly shifts. A chilling event snaps them out of their disbelief and leaves them questioning if they are truly alone in this haunted place.
I keep seeing weird shit, you know. What? I keep seeing weird shit, man.
Like what are you seeing?
In the windows and that. I got a challenge for you. How fast can you get to the attic?
What do you mean how fast can you get to the fucking attic, bro?
No!
Move, bro! Move!
The bell downstairs, fam. You did not hear that?
No.
Bro, it went off. The bell went off. It was bare loud. You got to have heard that. Bro, we got the GoPro remote. Bro, the bell's moving.
The bell's still rocking, but like...
Here we go. Yeah.
Suddenly, the bell hanging in the room they are exploring rings out of nowhere, its sharp chime cutting through the tense silence. The group freezes, their laughter replaced by shock and disbelief. Remembering they had placed a GoPro facing the bell earlier, they rush back to check both the bell and the footage. To their astonishment, the bell is still gently swaying.
Whoa! What's that? Oh, no. Nah, that's the plumbing, boy.
Bro!
Reviewing the footage, they clearly see the bell suddenly swinging and ringing entirely on its own, with no one nearby. As they replay the chilling clip, the bell rings again, echoing through the house. The unexplainable event sends chills down their spines, and their once skeptical attitudes begin to waver. But this was only the beginning of the eerie events that would unfold that night.
Yo,
You're not hearing those footsteps. Do you not hear them? Do you not hear them footsteps? No. Broski, bro. My heart's going at like 2,000 BPM. You're the person that doesn't believe in God.
Nah, I was upstairs. What's
going on here? Wait, shh.
Bro, I heard footsteps on my life.
Bro.
Serious?
Nah.
Moments later, the sound of heavy footsteps echoes from various floors of the house. The sheer randomness and intensity of the noises leave them unsettled and struggling to rationalize what they are experiencing. Hoping for an explanation, they decide to call the housekeeper to confirm whether anyone else might be present.
You've seen the footage. What is that then?
I don't know. The only thing I could possibly think of is like closing the door abruptly and the wind like moving. I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay, alright. Okay.
Realise how mad it is?
Yeah.
Try it now. Try it.
Oh, it's a soft shutting door, isn't it? Okay, I don't know then.
One thing that's running through my mind and I'm starting to question, have the people who run this place set shit up?
Those footsteps were blatantly footsteps.
Hiya.
Hello, Caroline. You alright?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. It's Jay from the. We're at the inn right now.
Yes.
So we're walking through, yeah, and we were about to go upstairs into the attic because we want to put some like GoPros down and stuff. And as we're walking through, obviously there's a couple of bells scattered around in the whole building, and the bell started ringing about 2-3 meters away from us, and we just ran because we shit ourselves. But I just wanted to call you. Is there like anybody here playing tricks on us?
No.
No, because it feels like somebody's pranking us right now, I swear to you.
Which bell was it? Was it that servant's bell on the barrel?
It's the bell, What the fuck? It happened again. It
Really is a haunted house.
I know, I think we found it. That.
To their dismay, she laughs and assures them that no one else is there, and that the house is indeed haunted. This unsettling revelation leaves the friends struggling to process what they are experiencing. Could it truly be paranormal activity, Or is there still a logical explanation? Yet, as they remain on the call, strange occurrences continue. Soft creaks, faint knocks, and distant footsteps echo through the house, making it impossible to ignore. Despite their nerves being on edge and the overwhelming urge to leave, the group presses on, determined to stay the night and uncover the truth. Little do they know, the most chilling moments of the night are still to come.
Okay, so me and Axel were sitting down and Luke, you were mid-talking, innit?
Yeah.
And then something, I don't know what happened, but something on the second floor, it must have dropped over or something. It made a loud banging noise.
It was like something's fallen off a shelf.
Yeah.
Bang.
I don't know if it was a GoPro or anything, but that sounded heavier than a GoPro.
Bishop's room.
What? Okay. It was the GoPro.
Thank.
A loud thud suddenly echoes from upstairs. Startled, they cautiously make their way to investigate, hearts pounding with every step. Upon reaching the room, they discover that one of the GoPros they had carefully set up has fallen to the floor. Initially relieved, they assume it may have just been poorly positioned. But a lingering sense of unease keeps them questioning. Was it really just gravity, or could something unseen have knocked it over? To find out, they decide to review the footage from the fallen camera. What they uncover next only deepens the mystery.
Can we watch that GoPro back?
I want to see how that fell.
Yeah, actually, yeah, good shout.
So when the Bishop Room surveillance GoPro hit the floor, all footage from the previous 10 minutes was completely corrupt. However, when we checked that very GoPro, we noticed something very unusual kept happening to the camera throughout the night. This GoPro kept moving by itself in a way where it seemed like something kept moving it, and this happened over 36 times. It wasn't gravity because it was being moved up, down, left and right in a human-like way, and at one point the GoPro moved so much it's clear that something was messing around with it or was trying to take it down, as you can hear something actually touching it.
As they review the footage, an unsettling discovery is made. The last portion of the recording is corrupted, filled with glitches and static that distort the final moments. However, just before the footage becomes unreadable, something even more bizarre stands out. The GoPro appears to shift on its own, subtly moving in ways that defy natural explanation, as if an unseen force had been tampering with it. This chilling revelation forces the group to question everything they thought they knew. Their initial skepticism begins to crumble, replaced by a growing sense of dread. Still on edge from the series of strange events, they decide to keep going, determined to uncover the truth, no matter how disturbing it might be.
Where do you think? Bed.
What's that? What the? What's that? What, yo? Bro! Maybe turn the lights off and see.
Yeah, I reckon we should, man.
I reckon we just fucking, we go in. We give the people what they want, you know.
You serious?
Yeah.
Despite the unsettling atmosphere and the string of unexplainable events, the group decides to push their fear aside and take the investigation a step further. They switch off all the lights, relying only on their night vision camera and ghost hunting equipment in hopes of capturing even more compelling evidence. The tension in the air grows heavier. Every creak and shadow feels amplified in the darkness, making the eerie silence almost unbearable.
This thing lights up when it senses motion. We're gonna keep still, put that there. If it lights up, something's walking past it basically. Keep still, yeah, because this needs to be a fair test.
They test a motion ball in various areas of the house, hoping for any sign of activity. Yet, it remains completely still, refusing to light up. Disappointed and on the verge of giving up, they place it on the bed as a last attempt. And that's when something happens.
Leave it there, right? And if that, once it stops, if that flashes again, while we stay still, like that.
What?
Like that. Something's in there. Yo, it's sensing motion, bro, over there. It's the bed. Something's on the bed. Something's near the bed. Look, watch. Yo, something's on the bed, man. Something's on the bed.
The ball suddenly flickers to life without any apparent cause. Stunned, they watch in disbelief as it continues to flash intermittently, as if responding to something unseen in the room. This chilling event sends a wave of unease through the group, leaving them even more uncomfortable. They decide it's time to leave the room and head back downstairs.
If there's anybody there, please make another sound. Are you upstairs?
Are you in this room with us?
What were those sounds then? What?
Bro, that was a door slamming. Yo, what was it? Is it upstairs or is it downstairs? I feel like it's on a similar level.
Did you hear that creaking?
Was that the
Bro, I heard that. I heard someone's voice, bro.
What, in this room?
I'm good, yeah, I'm good.
That's all I'm saying.
Nah, I'm good.
No, everyone stays. No one run, no one run.
Stay. For what reason? I've got nothing to prove.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
Animals?
I think we're done. I think we're done. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah, shut up. No, I'm done.
Turn that light on, bro.
Yeah, man.
He's brave, you know.
Oh, fucking hell! Oh my fucking god! Yo, I just saw something.
Shut the fucking door!
I saw something drop. Bro. I saw something drop in the room, bro. Something dropped in that room, bro, in the corner of my eye. I saw it with my own eyes, bro. I saw it with my own eyes drop.
While discussing their next steps, Axel notices an object falling on its own. A chill runs down their spines, and as they muster the courage to investigate, it happens again.
Go down, bro. I'll come with you. Oh,
Come with me. Stand next to me as well. Stand next to me, bro,
okay.
so you can see.
Yo! Fuck that! Yo! Nah. Yeah, open the van.
Where are the keys?
Open the van.
Someone's taking the piss.
Who's on it to go and have a look?
Someone is pranking us. I don't know. I'll go back again.
I'm not pranking you.
Someone's pranking us. There's no way. This is taking the piss.
Yo, Jamie.
What?
To check that room.
Because I want to go in that fucking room and I want to see that there's no one there for myself. I want to see that there's nobody there. I need the courage to see that no one is pranking us, because I firmly believe right now, yeah, someone's taking the piss. Like, there's no way. I've seen something fall.
I'm convinced it's one of you two.
I'm not.
I'm convinced. Not me, bro. Promise.
Yo, do you want to go in?
Yeah, let's go in.
Yeah, you guys, man. I'm rooting for you guys.
Torn between fear and curiosity, they debate their next move. Finally, determined to ensure no one else is inside, they decide to go back in together.
Bro, I feel like the energy's building up in this house, man.
Yeah, that's what I feel like's happening. That's footsteps above. Above. It's upstairs. Bro, we need to dip into that room.
What the?
Yeah, something's upstairs. Go. Yo. Go.
I'm done. Oh my god, I'm done. I'm actually finished, bro.
What?
The light in that room just flickered on and off, bro. Which room? The witch's room, bro. I swear, the light just came off by itself.
What was that?
I think I
What
caught
was
it.
that?
I think I caught
What was that?
Look at the plant pot. Look at the right of it.
Do you hear it?
Ramel, look. Look at the screen.
Look.
No, look.
Someone is taking the fucking piss. I'll go check. I'll fucking knock them out, man. I don't give a fuck.
Eerie sounds echo from upstairs, sending a wave of dread through them. Just as they're about to step outside for a breather, something catches their eye. A flickering light in one of the windows on the upper floor, followed by movement near a flower pot. The mounting tension reaches its peak. Axel, unwilling to leave any doubts lingering, is determined to investigate.
Come on, then.
The lights are back on. All the lights are back on. Bro, Axel, get that GoPro and fucking run back. Shh. That's the witch's room.
Alright, fuck this then. Let's go.
Nah.
Let's fucking go.
Yo, they can get our equipment another time.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Bro, I'm telling you, yeah, something's not right.
Yo, we need our equipment, man. Yo, I think we can confirm this is the most haunted place we've ever visited.
After a tense debate, they consider retrieving their GoPro still left behind in the room. But the weight of the night's events settles on them. They've seen enough. With a final glance toward the house, they agree to leave it for the housekeeper to return later. This night, filled with unexplained horrors, has left them shaking. Their once skeptical outlook has been completely shattered. Though the ancient Ram Inn's haunted legacy remains unexplained, this unforgettable experience has left them questioning the line between reality and the supernatural. Adam Mark, known for his fearless urban explorations, travels the globe to document the most decayed and haunted locations, sharing every eerie moment with his loyal followers. Whether accompanied by friends or venturing out alone, Adam thrives on uncovering the unknown. But on this particular day, his decision to go solo would become one he would deeply regret. It was March 3rd, 2022, a seemingly crisp, quiet day. Decades ago, an 8-year-old girl named Sally was brutally murdered inside the house. According to local legend, her body was hidden in the woods behind the property, but the case was never solved. The house has stood abandoned ever since, with visitors often recounting spine-chilling phenomena, childlike whispers echoing through empty rooms and fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures watching from the corners. Paranormal investigators and ghost hunters claim that Sally's restless spirit lingers in the house, forever tied to the place where her life was tragically taken. Quickly, before he could change his mind, Adam took a deep breath and stepped inside.
Freaking out already. This place is so creepy. It's got a little bathroom here. And the scissors are still in there. So we just head down this hallway. Oh my god.
Cautiously moving through the creaking doorway. The hallway was in complete disrepair, walls cracked, paint peeling, and debris scattered across the floors. He glanced around nervously, knowing this was just the beginning of what would become one of the most terrifying nights of his life.
This is massive. I'm getting a bit scared now. I can hear water running. I can just hear horrible fucking noises.
After wandering through the house for a while, Adam hesitantly made his way to the basement. He was taken aback by its size, far larger than he had expected. As he navigated the dim, claustrophobic space, the unsettling silence was suddenly broken by a loud, unexpected sound reverberating from somewhere within the house.
The fuck was that? Hello?
Perhaps it was another explorer, or even a squatter. But why wouldn't they respond to his calls? Or could it be something far more sinister? The restless spirit of Sally herself? Adam didn't have to wait long for answers. The unsettling mystery was about to turn into a terrifying reality.
What? I can hear running water. Right, we'll come back to that side. Let's do this side first. Right, let's have a little look round. Sally's room. Oh, fuck off. What is that? Alright, let's have a look. There's nothing in. Not much in here. What's in it? Oh my god. I'm actually shitting it, guys. It's just a toilet there. Oh wow. That is pretty impressive. Definitely off a horror film though.
Despite his instincts screaming at him to leave, Adam was determined to press on. His nerves were fraying, but his explorer's spirit kept him moving forward. After scanning the entire upper floor and finding nothing unusual, one persistent thought haunted him: the sound of rushing water downstairs. It had been going for some time, yet he was certain it wasn't there earlier. Something about it felt wrong, so he followed the sound.
Right, let's head downstairs now and find out what that bloody running water is. No way. I've sussed out what that is. Oh my god. Someone's flooding the basement. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh shit, man. Who the fuck's done that? Oh, what? That's crazy. Guys, my head's gone now. Somebody's flooded the basement. And I don't even know what you do about that. It's not even any wind.
What he discovered left him frozen in shock. The space he had explored just 30 minutes ago was now completely flooded. He stood there, stunned by the impossible transformation. The basement had been bone dry earlier. So, how was it now submerged? Questions raced through his mind. Was someone playing tricks on him? Was there a stranger in the house messing with him? Or was it something far more disturbing? Not wanting to linger too long, Adam decided to check the last 2 rooms and wrap up his exploration. His priority was safety over confrontation, and he hoped to report the flooding before it caused irreversible damage to the already decaying house. But just as he prepared to leave, something truly terrifying happened.
Right, so that's fucking... I need to work out who to ring to sort that flood out, and I'm hearing some fucking weird shit, man. I need to get out of here. Try and work out.
Later, Adam explained how he contacted the police about the water. They assured him they would handle it and thanked him for reporting the issue. Adam, known for his fearless urban explorations, had faced countless eerie and unsettling moments in his adventures. But this time was different. This time, the unknown, possibly paranormal, had made his skin crawl. And after what he had experienced inside Sally's house, he told his viewers one thing for certain. He had no plans to return anytime soon. Would you dare to step inside one of these places alone? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another chilling story from Silent Nightmare.